Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. And last time we got to 5 likes pretty quickly, so here's the next part. And don't tell me that I didn't release it immediately, because the video hit 5 likes while I was asleep, so that doesn't count. I'm not counting that. So anyways, here it is, and I hope you enjoyed part 2 for what if Naruto could copy abilities. So last time when we left off, Team 7 had just passed the bell test, and a lot happened during the bell test, which is, well, if you watched part 1, you know what I mean. Anyways, so basically, as Naruto heads home, being like, man, that was fun, I just copied this, red eye with black tomoe thingy ability, and it's so OP. But, Sasuke is kind of, having a mental breakdown right now, because imagine being Sasuke, your entire family gets killed, and then suddenly, everyone just has a Sharingan. It's just, Sasuke has no idea what to do. Kakashi has a Sharingan, but even worse, Naruto has 2-3 Tomoe Sharingan, and Sasuke is just no, I'm not having this. So he just starts running after Naruto, chasing after him to stop and ask him before he manages to get home. And so Naruto was just walking home, and then he sensed Sasuke coming from behind him, and Sasuke just jumped in front of Naruto and was like, Naruto, I have some questions to ask you. And Naruto was like, okay, I guess. And Sasuke immediately started. He was like, where and how do you have the Sharingan? Where did you get it? How is this possible? And Naruto, not knowing the answer very well himself, said that, well, actually, he thought for a little bit, because, Naruto really doesn't know how to reply. Naruto just says, I don't know, I just got it. Which really pissed Sasuke off, because that's not a good answer, and Sasuke is not buying it. And so he's like, tell me the truth, Naruto. And Naruto just pauses for a second, and he says, well, I don't know the truth very well myself. It's just, while I was fighting Kakashi, it just happened, right? I awakened the Sharingan, I guess. And Sasuke realized this was going nowhere, and he was like, does this kid really not know how we just got the Sharingan? And he's just like, fine, I'll see you later, I guess. And he said that really awkwardly, and then he just went away, and Naruto's like, okay, bye, I guess. And so he just walked home, and Sasuke doesn't know what to do at this point. He's like, bro, Sharingan is just everywhere now. It's not even rare anymore. Just everyone has it. I don't know what to do. But yeah. So anyways, Team 7 just starts doing a bunch of random missions, and since Naruto's a lot stronger in this version, they're just easily doing all of these missions, no problem. Just they did 1 month worth of missions in less than a week. So eventually Team 7 was like, okay, come on, we need something harder. We're too good for this. We have 3 people with the Sharingan, if you include Sasuke. We have the most OP team out there, and we're trying to help ladies, help grandmas cross the road and catch missing cats. I mean, that's just a waste of like amazing potential. And so Hirzen's like, okay, fine, you can have this C rank escort mission. You have to escort Tazna to the land of waves. And Team 7 was like, you know what, I'll take it. Like, it's not what I was hoping for, but it's better than nothing. So Tazna walks out all drunk and everything, and he does his whole like, oh, the kids are supposed to protect me, I don't think so. He does his thing. But Team 7 doesn't really care that much, except Sakura. Sakura just shouts at Tazna like, you'll see what we can do, stop underestimating us. Because Sakura is Sakura. But the next day they meet outside, and Tazna's actually sober now, so he apologizes for the whole thing, and Team 7 goes off on their way. So of course on their way, Team 7 encounters the Demon Brothers, or yeah, that's what they're called, right? And they're hiding in the puddle. Once again, Kakashi notices them, and the Demon Brothers pop out and they try attacking Naruto, but Naruto's actually good. Like, Naruto's actually decent in this, like, at this point in this what if. So Sasuke does his whole thing, Naruto doesn't get hit, and then after Kakashi successfully captures the Demon Brothers, they just go on with their mission. Now, of course, the mist starts rolling in, and Tazna said it's normal to have mist around here, because it's like, this is an area, like, if you were gonna find mist anywhere, this would be it. But still, Kakashi was suspicious. Like, this was too much mist, even for here. So, he was on the lookout, and then he noticed Zabuza's blade coming towards them, and he said, duck! And so all of Team 7 ducked, including Tazna, as the Executioner's blade, I think it's called, just swung past their head, and then landed, got stuck in a tree, as Zabuza Momochi, Demon of the Mist, or whatever he's called, does his, thing where he's like, I am Zabuza, whatever. So, after he does his whole thing, Naruto's like, oh yeah? Well then you'll have to prove it by fighting me. And Zabuza's like, this kid's interesting. And so he does the whole water clone thing and starts attacking them through the mist. And both Kakashi and Naruto turn on their Sharingan. And immediately, using the Sharingan, they're able to detect Zabuza and just destroy the water clones. Normally the water clones destroyed Naruto. Little clones destroyed Naruto. But now Naruto's actually good, so he's not gonna get destroyed by the clones. And all the clones get destroyed successfully, and Zabuza's like, what? How? That kid's actually good, and he has the Sharingan. This is weird. And he has that inner thought thing where he's surprised by Naruto's skill, and then he's like, oh well, I'll just have to pick them off one by one. And so he makes a bunch more clones to distract Naruto for a while, and then he fights with Kakashi by himself. At least he tries to. And he manages to do it successfully. It goes just the way it does in canon. And Kakashi ends up finding himself stuck in the water prison. Now, Naruto seeing this is like, okay, I'm done playing around with these water clones. And he just does a big fireball jutsu, around the entire area that just one-shots all of the clones in one move. And Naruto smirks and dashes at Zabuza. And for a moment, Zabuza can see Naruto blitzing at him. And then Naruto disappears. And Zabuza has a moment where he's like, where did Naruto go? And then he looks behind him, and it's Naruto's standing there behind him, fist raised, and Naruto just tries punching Zabuza in the face, as Zabuza barely manages to block the punch. But at the same time, he doesn't realize Naruto's kick coming from the side. And by the time he realized it, it was almost too late, and he barely managed to get his other hand in, to be able to block the kick. He's like, you know, it's not going to be that easy to beat me. But Naruto says, well, that wasn't my goal. And Zabuza realizes that after using his left hand to block Naruto's kick, he accidentally released the water prison. So now Kakashi was free. And so Zabuza tried to finish them off using his water dragon jutsu that he does in the original. But you already know what's gonna happen. Both Kakashi and Naruto have their Sharingan activated, and as Zabuza starts doing the water dragon jutsu, you know, Naruto has literally both the Sharingan and his copy abilities thing, so he can like ultra copy abilities. I don't know, he can like do the abilities he copied better than the person using them, almost. I don't know, something like that. And so while Zabuza tries to use the water dragon jutsu, at the same time Kakashi and Naruto also start weaving hand signs, and they both use the water dragon jutsu, and both of their water dragons are stronger than Zabuza's, and Zabuza just crashes into the tree. And Haku, seeing that Zabuza's literally about to die, like this man's getting destroyed, like 2 water dragon jutsus. If 1 water dragon jutsu knocked Zabuza out, 2 is gonna kill him. So Haku steps in and barely captures Zabuza and manages to save Zabuza, but like barely. And Zabuza is still passed out now. He's like out of commission. So he's gonna need some healing to get back to full power. And you know, Haku tries to get away, but Naruto and Kakashi seeing this, they're like, nah, you're coming back here. So they start running after Haku, and Haku, realizing that he probably won't be able to outrun Kakashi and Naruto, decides, well, he'll just have to fight them. So, you know, he, after luring them in, Haku does the whole ice mirrors move, you know, the one where he creates 1 billion ice mirrors and then flips between them. So he creates the ice mirror move and tries using the Senbon, but like once again, both Kakashi and Naruto have 3 Tomoe Sharingan, so they can easily dodge the Senbon, and they can also see Haku moving through the mirrors. Like if 1 Tomoe Sharingan Sasuke was able to do it, 3 Tomoe Sharingan Kakashi and Naruto are going to be able to do it. And while they're doing this, Sasuke is on the outside, and unlike Naruto in the original, he's not a complete idiot. And so understanding that his position is like the optimal position to destroy the mirrors, he uses the fireball jutsu from the outside, and seeing this, Naruto decides to also use it from the inside, and they destroy the mirrors. And Haku at this point is like, you know, he does the thing where he gives up and he's like, kill me, I no longer serve any purpose for my master. And so Naruto and Sasuke stand there for a second hesitating, but Kakashi is like, well kids, you're gonna have to learn this the hard way, as he powers up his Chidori and runs straight at Haku, piercing Haku through the chest. You know, he does that thing he did to Rin. You guys know what I'm talking about. And after that, they just watch as Haku's body falls over onto the ground. So after that, they get on the boat and do the whole thing where they go over to Tasuna's house, and there's a whole feast prepared for them. I mean, just, it's the best food you can ever imagine. And, you know, they were pretty tired after that whole fight, so you know, they just completely stocked back up on energy. And so, you know, it was just amazing. And Kakashi didn't overuse his Sharingan, so he's fine. Like, the battle was too short for Kakashi to overuse his Sharingan, And honestly, I'm not gonna go through the trouble of making him do all of that. So Kakashi's completely fine, and Team 7 goes out to do the whole tree walking thing. But this time, Naruto can copy abilities, and this isn't he can copy jutsu. He can copy anything. He can copy any ability. So, the instant Kakashi shows tree walking, all Naruto has to do is watch. And right afterwards, as Kakashi's climbing slowly up the tree, Team 7 hears a shout from behind them, and they look up and see Naruto just sitting on the top of the tree, hanging upside down from a branch, using the tree walking technique. And they're all just completely shocked. They're like, how did you get up there? And Naruto says, well, it was easy. I just tree walked. And so Sakura and Sasuke are like, okay, if Naruto can do it, it should be pretty easy. And Sakura is pretty good, as you know, because Sakura's actually good at chakra control. Sasuke, although with Sasuke, it takes some more time. And Kakashi seeing this is like, okay, Naruto, you're ready to learn water walking. And then Kakashi pauses, noticing that, wait a second, Naruto already knows water walking. And if you're wondering how he already knows water walking, it's from the original fight with Zabuza. If you don't remember, in the original battle where Kakashi and Zabuza fought each other with Kakashi copied Zabuza's attack using his Sharingan, and they both did the water dragon jutsu, and they just Kakashi won, and that's how it was. So, but this time Naruto was also there, which meant Naruto copied Kakashi's and Zabuza's ability to water walk. So he was also able to water walk during that fight. And Kakashi realizing this is like, honestly, Naruto, you can just do some physical strength and exercise training, because you already know everything I can teach you. So yeah. And Naruto's like, okay, sure, but before I go, I want to ask you something. Remember that move you did earlier where you did that lightning thing all over your hand, and you stabbed it into that person's chest? And Kakashi's like, yeah. And then he has that moment where time freezes, and we listen to Kakashi's thoughts, and he's like, wait, he didn't, did he? Is it possible? And then Naruto asks, what is it called? And Kakashi says, it's called Chidori. And Naruto says, Chidori, huh? Do you do it like this? And he raises his hand, as his hand immediately starts getting covered in lightning. And Kakashi's eyes widen as he sees that Naruto has literally just mastered the Chidori, only having seen it once, which, really impresses Kakashi. So, yeah. And for the rest of the day, I guess Naruto, does his training, and Sakura and Sasuke also do the whole tree walking, water walking exercise. And the whole final bridge battle doesn't happen because, Zabuza and Haku are already dead. But the bridge still does get called the Great Naruto Bridge because Tazna knows what Naruto did, beating Zabuza and everything. So they're congratulated, I guess, for that. And of course, Naruto and Team 7 do face Gado's men and just destroy all of them, killing Gado in the process. So that does play a part as well in the people naming the bridge the Great Naruto Bridge, the same way they do in the original. So after that, they just head home, which takes a lot faster than the original, because Team 7's a lot stronger than they were in the original. Guess Kakashi would have to carry Sakura, because Sakura's slow, I can only assume. But yeah, so they get back telling Hiruzen about how
It's probably like a B or A rank mission, and Hiruzen pays them appropriately. So Naruto has quite a bit of money to spend now. So Naruto doesn't know quite what to do with all the money he has, because Naruto, I mean, he's not very responsible with his money. He's not the type of person you would trust with a large amount of money and trust that he would be able to save it over a long amount of time. So Naruto just immediately starts going on a shopping spree, and he really quickly realizes that there's not a lot of things for him to buy. So he just keeps wandering around the village, checking things out, and then one shop catches his eye. It was a weapon shop owned by, let's say, Tenten, because Tenten's a weapon master, I think, with all the kunai. So Naruto walks in and sees a bunch of weapons on the wall, one that looks like Zabuza's, big battle axe, a bunch of kunais, senbon, shuriken, everything you could think of. And so Naruto, looking around, something catches his eye. There was this katana looking blade that had this really cool black handle area, and it looked really high quality. It just looked sick. Imagine the coolest katana you can think of. It's that's what Naruto saw, and Naruto was like, okay, how much does this cost? And Tenten said the price, which was a little expensive for Naruto, but Naruto was like, I gotta get this. So Tenten was like, oh, you're buying it? Okay, well then I should tell you. This blade is a special blade, and it is made of a very special metal that is extremely strong and durable. And the hilt, the holding area, is made out of high quality leather and this other thing that I don't know the name of. And that makes it really comfortable and creates a really nice grip. And Naruto just has that thing where he's listening with a blank expression because he doesn't understand a thing Tenten is saying, and he's just like, yeah, I totally want to buy that. So he buys it, and now he has this really sick looking katana that he puts on his back. I don't know who else does it, so I don't know how to reference it, but he's carrying the sword on his back. That's you know what that looks like. So Naruto has an epic weapon now, and yeah, the next day when Kakashi tells him that he wants to meet up and talk about something. So Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura meet up at the bridge, where Kakashi tells them about the Chunin exams. And they're all like, yeah, why would we not want to participate in the Chunin exams? And Kakashi says yeah, that's what I thought. Hiruzen already agreed to letting you guys in, because even though you're this is your first year as a Genin, honestly, you're probably one of the best teams ever, so I'm gonna let you participate. So yeah, you're lucky. And Team 7 is like, oh my god, thank you, Kakashi sensei, we definitely want to participate. And yeah, now they're signed up for the Chunin exams. Now, the thing with Konohamaru does happen, except because I forgot, I'm gonna just make the whole Konohamaru Kankuro situation happen after Kakashi tells them about the Chunin exams, because I forgot to, and I'm gonna make it seem like I intentionally did that. So anyways, as Naruto's walking back, he sees Kankuro, this guy bullying Konohamaru, and he just goes up to him and just takes Konohamaru and puts him down. And Kankuro didn't just let him do that. Naruto was so strong that he just took Konohamaru out of his grip. And he's like, what do you think you're doing? And Naruto was like, I mean, that's the Hokage's grandson you're bullying right there. I mean, if I were you, I wouldn't do that, but honestly, your choice. And Kankuro's just like, wait, the Hokage's grandson? Really? I didn't know. I'm sorry. That was just a joke. I wasn't actually doing anything to him. And Gaara, watching from above, was like, this guy seems powerful. And Naruto detects Gaara, and he looks up, and he's like, are you guys here for the Chunin exams? As they nod, saying yes. So Naruto says, well, I'll be looking forward to seeing you there. After that, Naruto just walks off, and he gets some good rest, and the next day, or whenever the Chunin exam starts, Team 7 meets up and starts heading for the Chunin exam building. And that is where I'm going to be ending part 2. I know that this series is going like really slow, and the what ifs are taking really long, but honestly, I kind of have to stop it here. So yeah, once again, like goal for this video is going to be 5. If I hit the like goal, I'm going to be releasing the next video. And if you made it this far, comment part 3, so I know. I bet nobody makes it this far, but if you do, just do that. And bye. See you later.